All right. Anywho, red-white land destruction. So, Haphazard Bombardment here is kind of the cornerstone of this deck. When it comes into play, you pick 4 things, generally lands, and at the end of every one of your turn, one of them dies at random. So this card is a 6 mana, kill 3 lands over 3 turns. Now, we've got a couple of new cards from the new set. First, that we have Chandra, Awakened Inferno, which is a way that we can end the game with the +2. And then also another sweeper style effect here to keep the board in check. Next, we have Cavalier of Dawn here, which this card's neat. It's a random fixed target problem, and we don't really care about the 3/3 because we have Deafening Clarion and Chandra that clear it away. Also, a kind of neat synergy is this Cavalier of Dawn can kill our Haphazard Bombardment after it's blown up 3 things, and then when Cavalier of Dawn dies, it can pick Haphazard Bombardment back up to our hand. So that's kind of a neat 1-2 punch. This fixes opposing problem permanents while also getting rid of our own thing to give us a 4/6 and a 3/3, and then rebuying this so it can blow more lands up when the Cavalier goes away. All right, let's jump into some matches here and see how this one goes. This one we had a good time with in the past. Gosh, the religious people, the people who claim to be religious, that support the man that cheated on several wives and like mistreats women and all these sorts of other things, those people are sort of like, the cognitive dissonance that those people exhibit is just like wild. Especially when there were some of those people who like tried to make Obama out to be some kind of devil when he was like this upstanding family dude that was like well educated and pretty well spoken. Just like, it's so wild. Shellers, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate the 2/3 of your support. Welcome back. Waxy, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. This deck's got a lot of lands in it. We're on the draw. If there's something aggressive, these Clarions should keep us alive, hopefully. Hey, look at that. A nice 2-drop. And Compass is so good for us here because this deck's super mana hungry. So being able to grab a land every turn is very powerful. Yeah, haste, buddy. Nefarious 4. Thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Blastzone's kind of sweet with Crucible of Worlds. Want to go full greed and splash for Agent of Treachery? Maybe. So we're going to get to downgrade. We're going to get to downgrade this to a 3/3 next turn. So that's nice. So we're going to take a hit here. We'll search up a plains. We'll play the plains. Oh, I should activate and then scry first. Yeah, probably. I lost my scry here, right? I'm gonna be honest, I saw some loose references to an Area 51 raid or something Area 51 related on the internet, but I haven't followed that completely. Yeah. We just like double ambushing? Brutal. So I play this. We need to fade a haste creature, right? And I do this. If we can fade a haste creature this turn and burn spells, we get to search a land and then this will flip over. All right, and then we probably... Actually, I guess... So, I can play this... All right, so if I do this... So I do this... And then, I already played a land for the turn, right? Yeah, so I'm going to play the other compass. We'll flip the compasses over. And now I'm insulated. And now I'm insulated from a haste creature. And then we can get the Haphazard Bombardment down next turn to start working our way through their lands. Oh, yeah, Spellbreaker would get us. That's super true. Spellbreaker would do us dirty. Oh, I should crank this to 3, right? That's what I should do. It's a pretty good draw too, though. All right, let's start Field of Ruining them. And I can play this Field of Ruin back out. I don't think I want to kill my... I don't think I want to kill my Crucible of Worlds. We're just gonna like shoot their 4/4 into a 3/3. You can't destroy lands with this. Destroy a non-land permanent. Marauding Raptor, yep. So we're gonna go ahead and crank this up to 2 here. And then I can do this. No, let's not tap me off of those. Thanks. Let's do this one. Target a bunch of basics here. Because we're gonna slowly field our way through the rest of them. Slowly field our way through the rest of them. Oh no! Oh man! Civil Penguin, thank you for the 3 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We were so close, chat. We were so close to the land of stabilization. Spire's the shock, right? We should ban shock. Please, dear Watsy, please ban shock. It is OP. I probably want these Cleansing Novas, huh? I don't think I want the 4th Cavalier. In fact, this might be a matchup where Cavalier just comes out because I'm bringing in other 5s. I'll bring in these Lava Coils. That seems reasonable. Maybe Cavalier is fine just because it downgrades their stuff. Like downgrading their bigger dinos to smaller ones could be meaningful. A 4/6 body is like also not irrelevant. Think this deck is viable with Fountain of Renewal / Dawn of Hope engine? Is it just better to play the Haymaker? So we've played, in the past, we've played that engine, and I think it's just kind of too slow and clunky. It's nice when you stabilize, though, and can gain extra life, obviously, though. Yeah, Chandra feels like she's a lot of what this deck wants to be doing. She's like a way that eventually ends the game. She cleans the board up, too. Which is nice. I'm gonna bottom that for now. Did you update? Is this an update to last season's deck or completely new deck submission? I don't know. Like, what's your definition there, right? Like is the detail on whether or not which of those 2 things it is, does it matter? Dude Light, thanks for the welcome. Match 1, game 2 here for land destruction. Am I gonna keep that there? I'm I'm gonna keep that there. Let's go ahead and do that and draw. I'm gonna bottom that extra land, because this is gonna flip over and give us land number 6 here. Rip draw, yep. So next turn is gonna be a Cleansing Nova turn. I would love a bombardment. So we're at 12. If they have some haste monsters here, we could be in trouble. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card here because I haven't played a land yet for the turn. The Crucible animation is incredibly sweet. I agree. So missed on the land drop, but that's fine. Charging Monstrosaur, yep. She comes in with 6, right? Yep. That card's real good against us. I would love a Lyra.
Let's start at a sizzle and see if you make it to the Inferno.
Let's start at a sizzle and see if you make it to the Inferno. Please attack my Chandra. Rats. We're gonna die to a shock next turn. I guess if they had a shock, they would have killed us this turn.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
If they had a shock, they would have cast it this turn, right? The shock's coming off the top. I think Dawn of Hope is too slow to gain life with. I think if you wanted a way to gain life, it would be with cards. It would be with cards such as, if you were looking to gain life with this deck, you would want to gain life with cards such as, what's the word that I'm searching for? Cards such as, like the artifact that gains you a life every turn. I'm blanking on its name right now. But like Dawn of Hope is not a card that lets you gain life. I hate everything all of the time. Everything all of the time is just miserable. Fountain of Renewal, yep. Oh man, we were so close both times. Well, I don't think I want to attack there. I don't think I want to. I don't think I'm supposed to attack there because I'm not killing the Ripjaw Raptor. So I wanted my Angel back to get my Ripjaw Raptor. Should we have Fountain of Renewal? I don't know. Maybe Fountain of Renewal is better than some of my spot removal. Yeah, we've played Revitalized before, too. Maybe I do want those cards. That was a double Vivian. Apparently there's a 6-mana Vivian that's unplayable. That's true. Cavalier brings it back. Would I rather have Shock or Lightning Strike? I'd probably rather have Shock, huh? It's more mana efficient. Sure, let's put the Fountain of Renewals back in. Is this deck good against control? I have no idea. It's been a long time since we've played this. We also, again, don't 100% know what all the other decks we're playing against look like at the moment. Yeah, the White Cavalier not having lifelink's a bit of a letdown. For sure. He is vigilant at least, though. Vigilance is a green mechanic? Maybe. Look at that. Look at that. Turn 1. Do I want to play Fountain on 1? Nah, I'm going to scry. get my lands on. Where are my lands at? The Teferi clock is rotating in the corner along with the other adverts, Punchworthy. Yes, also, if you want to see it at any time, if you want to share the Teferi clock with your friends, bit.ly/Tuck Teferi. We'll get you the live countdown for when Teferi, 3-mana Teferi rotates. I mean, it doesn't do a similar thing, Flock. Like, comparing a 4-mana card to a 1-mana card is just like kind of like night and day. Looking for some more lands here. It's gonna be a match where Fountain of Renewal punches the clock and goes to work for us. Don't pierce me, Daddy. Don't do it. Have a heart. Unsummon. Love it. Also, like, from a resource efficiency standpoint, like, a card like Fountain of Renewal is incredibly good against, like, cheap red aggro decks, whereas, like, the Wanderer is not a card that's good against efficiency. We stream Mardu Feather. We have not. I'm not aware of anybody playing a Mardu Feather deck. I'm gonna bottom that. How do I feel about just, like, playing this and upgrading a treasure into a... I'm just gonna turn a treasure into a 3/3. That's, like, actually kind of good. So, I think we're gonna crank Blaststone up this turn. So this'll flip over. You know, honestly, this card might be a bigger upgrade for this deck than Chandra is. I could see that being the case. Chandra might be too clunky at the top end. I like that this does stuff when it gets, like, swept away too. And I didn't think about the synergy of this with Fountain of Renewal. Fountain of Renewal kind of makes this cantrip when it dies. The full art golem is sweet, I agree. Fountain of Renewal, like, already solidly worth the investment. That card's the reason why this game is locked up. Well, I mean, Temple of Triumph's not... I guess that was an M20 card, huh? Yeah, Temple of Triumph's a good upgrade, too. I agree. Cavalier also gives us closing power. Yeah, we'll play a couple of... We'll play a couple of games with, I gave you your protection back. We'll play a couple of games with the Chandra, but honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think this is probably just the better card. Hey, the Noblest Dorks. Thanks for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Closing powers against the spirit of the deck. I mean, Chandra's kind of closing power too, right? To a degree. That's true. Yeah, maybe we just want Chandras in the 75, if I could see not wanting the main. Deafening Clarion with Cavalier to gain life is kind of nice. No, you're probably just dead to rights against most Nexus decks. You're not gonna have a good time against Nexus with this deck. A lot of the Nexus decks have evolved past the point of taking just infinite turns. They have things like this that actually close the game out. Sand sweet. Shock into map into Clarion. Yeah, I agree. The synergy with Cavalier and Clarion is A+. Second City's a pretty good, like, classic Chicago-style thing to go do, especially if you enjoy improv. If I was playing a competitive event this weekend, what would I recommend sleeving up? I'd probably play the green-black deck that I played in the fandom event yesterday. I played that deck in that tournament because I like it. Don't need a second one of those. Missing white mana, kinda. This is like pseudo white mana. Yep, website has the current version, Firemind. So I think I just take this hit. I'm gonna be sad if I get Spell Pierce though. It might have been right to burn the shock there. That's actually probably acceptable to keep. Yeah, unsummon again here. Nope, actual Spell Pierce. Yikes. Yikes. Might get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, chat. Alright, that's not bad. We're going to 8. They've got 3 cards left. We get to do this. This gives us the treasures here, give us mana to drop Chandra and clear the board.
Let's make this quick. I've got a... Check out these fireworks.
Do the wave. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, so if they would have attacked me there, I'd shock this, but because they attacked Chandra, my treasure is worth more than keeping Chandra at higher loyalty.
Let's get toasty.
Was that the Monster Mash? It was in fact the Monster Mash. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. They have one Chandra emblem. That's all the damage we should do to them. I don't know about that one. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. If you're someone who enjoys constructed Magic, this is definitely the channel for you. We play a ton of different decks here, and usually we change decks every 60 minutes to 2 hours, so you get a lot of variety in the stream every day. All those decks you see listed in the stream title are the decks I'm planning to play today in the order in which I intend to play them. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs out there. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series, a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, be sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG series. BCW Supplies are the ones I trust to protect my paper Magic the Gathering cards using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there with them. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into the other cards that you want in paper. They also have a fantastic free-to-use draft simulator on their website that you should check out.
Don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
And once more into the breach, let's play some more red-white land destruction here. I am about ready to murder my ISP. Waited 2 hours for the queue to get a call back. Finally get a real person, and they hang up when I say hi. Now they want me to wait an hour for another rep. That's such a tilt. Not having to deal with Comcast is the biggest upgrade to having fiber. Like, and that just says volume, because like the speed on my fiber internet is great, but never having to deal with Comcast customer support. That's the real MVP. Don't forget to use Bleed Purple to give 10% extra. Love the garbage time, man. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the biddy, Scissor. How do we actually destroy lands? Cards like Memorial to War and Field of Ruin and Haphazard Bombardment all let us destroy lands. Unfortunately, we've been playing mostly against aggressive decks so far. So, sweet. A mid-range deck. Ooh, do you think they're riding the bus, chat? Do you think there is a party bus in our future? That could be exciting. We could have a Hoaglandia meme mirror match. Lazav could mean Tashar combo. Still kind of a meme mirror match, just not the meme we thought it was. Huh? Nah, I don't want. Let's just try and draw a spell. Would love a Clarion here. How many basics do you think they're playing? Yeah, these Field of Runes might be real good. Alright, they have at least one basic. Clarion, my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Do 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 do. Hey, Suskine, thanks for the 6-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This card gets to cantrip right away. It's pretty good. Some good value. All right. Let's kill some lands. Haphazard slot machine is a go. I repeat, the haphazard slot machine is a go. Spin the wheel. Scheming Symmetry. Yep. Okay. We about to get comboed? Feels like we're about to get comboed. I actually don't know how their combo works, so I have no idea how close or far away we are from being comboed. This is standard, so I assume we're pretty far away from getting comboed at the moment. I'd also bet they don't have counter spells in their main deck. That's true. If we kill all of their lands, how will they combo? And then at the end of turn, Haphazard Bombardment triggers. Thunk. Bye, Felicia. The reading of the Haphazard Bombardment. We're just like, how many more lands is this gonna kill? Whenever you cast a star spell, return target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Am I dead yet? We need a sweeper, right? The worst part about this is I have a treasure, so I have to keep clicking. Yeah, we really wanted a Star of Extinction there, huh? Am I supposed to bombardment their creatures? Is that where we're at in our life? At least the Tashar? I don't know how their deck works, so let's find out together. Who needs a Christmas countdown when Teferi rotating is the best gift we could ever receive? If we kill 2 of their lands, does their combo require mana? I don't know how it actually works. Do they need mana? No mana is needed. Well, that's sad. I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna hang out, you know? These Fibble Thips, they're mad value engines. This needs to pay mana to copy something, right? So any of our sweepers are good. If we miss on a sweeper, we'll start by cracking the Fountain of Renewal. Yeah, I was auto-passing. That doesn't matter. They're not going to kill us by attacking. That's a good one, right? Do I want to kill Moxamber? Moxamber is basically a land. If someone wants me not to kill Moxamber, you need to give me a really good reason for why I shouldn't. Alright, and then next turn, we'll probably crank Blast Zone to 4, so we can keep that up to kill a Tashar if they get one. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff that comes back with any historic, though. They already have a Mox in their graveyard, chat. So, like, there's already one in there. So there's probably no reason not to here. Nothing's being prevented from being retrieved. Alright, that's a Cavalier. So if I play this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana up. So I can play this. And I can destroy my Haphazard Bombardment. And get a 3/3. And I can Memorial to War this Watery Grave. Is the Elemental deck worth my wild cards? I have no idea. We won't know for a little bit. Alright. Someone had been wondering earlier why this is a land destruction deck. I hope you now understand. Hope you now understand that this is a land destruction deck. Do I want to kill the Mox? I probably want to kill the Mox, huh? That's fine. Have a 3/3. What a fun time. Do you think my opponent had fun? I hope they had fun. I had fun. I had fun, and that's the important part, chat. The important part was that I had fun. Alright, so I probably want my Lava Coils. I don't know what else I really want here. Just leave a Fountain of Renewal in. That seems fine. Let's do it. I don't understand how their combo works. I don't either. Hopefully we're not going to have to find out. Hopefully we'll all still be wondering how their combo works after this match. Could they just get run over by Warboss? I don't think so. They have a lot of random blockers in their deck. So Warboss seems kind of mediocre. Okay. I want to coil this.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
This is the win con. Only 63 weeks, chat. Less than 64 weeks till he rotates. Are you excited? I'm excited.
I'll protect you.
Oh no!
Here we go.
Clarion! Rude. I want my maps back. Give them back. Have a golem. Did my sub go through? I've been off for a while. Well, you appear to still be subbed to the channel, Monster Man. If you are typing in chat, you are subbed to the channel.
Let's try this.
This is the part where they like bounce one, play second, Tef rebounce the other, right? Tefri's like that dude that refuses to stop and ask for directions. He just hates maps. Where my Deafening Clarion's at? Where my Deafening Clarion's at? If I field them, I have 3 mana. And I can play and activate this map still, so that's fine. Tefri rotates when Trump rotates. Yeah, similar timelines. Similar timelines. It is, that's true. This is, if they want to kill this, I get to kill their Tashar, so attack. Oh, I guess attacking lets them ditch the Fibblethip, which lets their next thing cantrip, right? But I guess that means they're not getting back. If they get back Deputy here too. Deputy's pretty good. Well, at least Tashars are going extinct sometime soon. Yeah, if we get to untap with our star and our land and they don't have mana, like, you know, okie doke. Oh no! Oh no! They got a kite sail freebooter. Do I want my cleansing novas for this matchup? Maybe I want my novas in this matchup.
This is hardly.
Maybe I want my novas in this matchup, just like all the sweepers. We got 3 extinctions and 4 clarions in my deck. Survey says, well, I mean, I'm like really close to getting comboed here, right? Am I supposed to kill the Tashar? Is Tashar what I'm supposed to kill here? Or am I supposed to hope to get another turn, kill the kite sail freebooter, and get the extinction? They have Laziv for the Tashar anyways, right? So I'm just gonna get my, oh, they're just gonna cast a historic spell and get this back, right? That's dumb. Yeah, I guess I kill the Tashar even though it just doesn't really do anything. It like takes their mana up for the turn. Killing things here is kind of irrelevant because they're just going to get them back. Yeah, we'll board my Cleansing Novas in for the third game if we get one. If we don't rip a lucky one off the top.
Sorry I'm late. Trust me, I have a plan.
I have a plan. Clarion do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Yeah, if I'd have actually left the Star under the Kitesail freebooter, this 8th land draw here would have meant that a shock would have let me kill the Kitesail freebooter and cast Star in the same turn. Hey Mogwai, thank you for the host. I hope you had a good stream today. Thanks for keeping me around. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to folks who are over there. We're hanging out playing some Standard Constructed today. If you're someone that hasn't checked out my content before, we play a lot of different decks here. Usually change decks every 60 minutes to 2 hours. So all those deck names you see listed in the stream title are things we're going to be playing at some point today before I sign off. About 45 minutes into some red-white land destruction here. Currently playing against Tashar combo. Hoping to draw a sweeper off the top of our deck to claw back into things here. They're still missing some kind of combo piece to fully mill us out or whatever it is they do. Lots of time ravelers in our future here.
Might be a bad idea.
Bounce your Fibblethip, gives them another Tashar trigger, and gives them an extra draw basically down the line. Got 7 sweepers in our deck we can find. Do 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 do. Bye, friends. The animation on Crucible is just so good. So we saw a basic swamp last game. So this Field of Rune is not quite a wasteland yet. So we'll just be scrying with these treasure maps here. Now they reassemble quite quickly here. They have another Tashar. Thankfully, I assume we're gonna get Deputy of Detention and take my treasure maps here again. I do get two. Yep, I get 2 scries here at least though in response to this trigger. Dig for another sweeper effect, of which we still have a few in our deck. We have 3 Clarions and 3 Blast Zone. That's probably great, right? I've got Crucible of Worlds. We can just like put this to 4 and kind of just leave it there to threaten to blow this up at any point. It's not as good as like a Clarion or a Clarion or a Star here, but I think it's better than a random draw. We'll drop that into place. This doesn't insulate us this turn, but we'll get to crank this up to 4 this turn. So if we get another turn, we'll have a Blast Zone that's like ready to pop off. Bottom and play from the graveyard. So those were scries, they weren't surveils, Nels. So scrying puts it on the bottom of the deck. As opposed to surveilling puts it in the bin. Their deck reassembles very quickly when they play another Tashar. They just get to like keep looping and surveilling 1 here. Grafdigger's Cage, they found a Mox there. Grafdigger's Cage works pretty well against them, huh? It stops all their creatures from coming back. Turns this effect off. Let's crank this up to 4. Wonder if we have a draw step thought erasure here. $63 weeks, 6 days, chat. 63 weeks, 6 days. $63 weeks, 6 days. Not soon enough. So they can copy Tashar with this, but that costs 4 of their mana. So maybe these Cavaliers... Maybe these Cavaliers can close the game out with this Blast Zone recurring every turn on Crucible of Worlds. Have them under the double abyss here, basically. They're sacrificing a creature every single turn. Yeah, Twitch appears to be having some issues at the moment. Previews for streams don't appear to be showing up correctly. Among other things. Blast Zone on 2 does not kill Laz while it's on Tashar. Yep. Hey, Nemesis, thanks for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This only lets them... Yeah, do I crank it to 3 and, like, kill deputies? Yeah, it kills Crucible as well, but it, like, gives me back these, and it gets rid of this, this, and this. It gives me 2 Scries, and if I hit my 3rd Clarion, they die. So I feel like the play to win line here is put this to 3, and then blow it up, and then hope to scry into a Clarion.
Really should have seen that coming.
If I keep the shock, I shock this and they have to double chump, right? So that seems like a win. Shock's also a good hit. And like if they have a 3rd Tashar, 2nd Tashar or whatever, like, and more stuff, that sucks. But this at least like cleans their board out. It doesn't kill them this turn, but I don't think it's worth bottoming that to try and dig for. To try and dig for the thing, so I have to block both of these. Yeah, we've pivoted to an aggressive role and they're treading water now, is exactly correct. I thought the cards they can cast from exile show up over here. Well, this kills this once it copies to Sharp. They have 22 cards in their deck. I have 39 cards in my deck, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks on the bottom. You think sub notifications are down to... Yeah, it could be. Twitch seems to be having all sorts of site issues right now. So they get to Tashar, and they have... Oh, this isn't to cast. This is to return from their hand, to return from their graveyard, right? If they had 5 mana. I have no idea if this is the combo or not, so let's find out. And like, if we lose this game, we get to take the next game on the play, so that's exciting. Yeah, they don't have the payoff yet, right? Because we lava coiled one earlier. Yeah, like we've cleared their board a number of times here, and like their ability to rebuild post board clear has been super impressive. Yeah, any graveyard hate stops them. So I could keep the bombardment and hope to 1 in 3. Hope to 1 in 3 kill the deputy. To then shoot these. I think I'd rather just hit Clarion or the other one, though. Now, this is game 2. We're up a game. Alright, I think that's lethal. Because now they, so how this works is they exile the Chamber Sentry and then they can play the Chamber Sentry. So then they cast the Chamber Sentry and get back another Chamber Sentry. I'm pretty sure we're deterministically dead. I think, maybe, I'm not sure. Some mix of these mills us out. So let's concede and go to the next one. My time's worth more than that. Like, I know this has been a slow game, but like we were in that last game for a while, so I think it was worth to continue playing. I'm gonna bring in the extra Crucible, I'm gonna bring in the extra Cavalier, I'm gonna bring in these Cleansing Novas. Compass and Fountain both seem pretty bad. Yeah, the fact that they just kept having more Tashars was really good for them. I mean, there are people asking about their clock. They have 18 minutes on their clock. So, like, 18 minutes is probably enough to mill me there and then, like, go through to the next one. PPS Charles, thanks for the half a year support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. They essentially have 12 Tashars. I mean, that's not true. They had to have actual factual Tashar Nemesis because in order to clone it, it would have taken them more mana. And if they would have had to spend more mana, they would have been in a worse spot. Oh gosh, we had Chandras. I was just talking about Clarions, and we were really unlucky that last game. We had these as sweepers in our deck too, huh? That's so unfortunate. I forgot we had 3 copies of this too. So we had like 9 outs that entire time, and we looked at like 13 or 14 cards, just never found them. Yeah, the bottom half of our deck was really good. So I know I could have guaranteed Lava Coil this, but I really need to hit my land drops here. So I think I'm supposed to scry to try and hit my lands. I mean, Bombardment wasn't really what we were looking for at that point. I was looking for a sweeper. So like not having a Bombardment wasn't really relevant. I'm gonna go ahead and exile this because it's one of their combo pieces. They probably have fewest of that combo piece of all of them. It's the part where they play Teferi and bounce their map, undoing all of the counters we've put on it. Just a Tashar deal. That's not too big of a deal. Hopefully we scry into another land tier. Perfect. So I get to draw here. I get to do this. I get to shock this. I get to Clarion the other idiots away. It only cost me 1 treasure to do this, which is nice. The Teferi counter's been up there since Wednesday. We did that Wednesday before the rival stream. I guess they had to go somewhere. I guess they had to go somewhere. Chandra -3 is also an option. It was, but Chandra -3 burned all of my treasures. It's more card efficient though. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe Chandra -3 was better. Yeah, Chandra -3 might have been better. I've never been happier to see a concession. You're not wrong. That was, not having to slog through more of that is definitely an upgrade. Upgrade. Does anyone offhand know what time the Celebrity Cup thing goes till? That's going on the main Magic channel? Like what time this evening it runs till? This is fine. If there's something kind of aggressive, we're probably gonna get run over, but there's a lot of mid-range decks in this format. He says his opponent plays vampires. Could be red-black aggro too. Let's lead on Temple a tilt here. Try and scry into a sweeper. There's a right? There's a celebrity, and they're not like actual movie celebrities. They're like big YouTube and Twitch personality things, I guess. I didn't recognize any of the names on it, but maybe other people do. That skeleton tribal? Kind of looks like it, huh? So I'd like a shock or a Clarion here. That's not the droid I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean it's a good idea, whatever it is for sure. I was just wondering if anybody knew what time it runs till today. This is a zombie, so yeah, Death Baron would power up their whole board here, right? We get 3 looks at a shock here. Yikes. That's gonna be a little too slow. We need a shock till stay alive. Even then, we're probably dead. I guess if I hit the shock, I can Star of Extinction next turn. We have 9 points of damage on board there. Sometimes we do nothing and die. Like I said, that hand was going to be bad against an aggressive start, and that's what our opponent had there. Cheaper sweepers. Lyra sounds good. Some cheaper spot removal. I think I'm just trimming off of the top end here. This is probably not a particularly good Star of Extinction matchup. Trim this. Compass is okay. A lot of times you can get Compass going. I mean, to a degree, it's probably smarter for them to reach out to people who have Twitch audiences with different... These do nothing against Mono Black. It's probably smarter for them to reach out to people who have Twitch audiences under different games than it is for them to reach out to, like, actual celebrities, right? Because, like, they're probably more... They're going to get a smaller audience, but they're probably more likely to capture people who are likely to try and actually play Arena than if they were reaching out to, like, actual A-list celebrities. And A-list celebrities cost a lot more money. So, like, the return they get for their investment is probably much better with how they've managed it so far. Yeah, Crucible recovers our different utility lands that sacrifice after we use them. That's gonna go ahead and Lava Coil this one. That one's gonna be a pretty big thorn on our side if we don't take care of it permanently. Enters tapped, a 2-3. How are we ever supposed to beat a 2-3, chat? How does it feel so far? I mean, there's so much of people just playing random things that, like, we're in our third or fourth match now. We've actually played against 0 decks that I was expecting. No, we played against red-green dinos. Red-green dinos is like a pseudo-real deck. For the most part, we've just played against brews so far today. Which is not to knock the brews we played against, but it's just to state, if you're trying to figure out if your deck is good or bad or not, playing against other decks that you don't expect to play against at, like, a tournament, or, like, it's hard to say, like, well, we've won some matches, but they're against decks that, like, I probably wouldn't expect to play again in my next 50 matches. Looking for some lands. I probably want to leave this on 2. I don't really know what their deck's doing. Their deck's another brew like we've been talking about. We'll probably shock that one. Although I guess Eternal Taskmaster is a roundabout way of getting this back, so I'll probably want to shock this and then use the Blast Zone to kill the Taskmaster. Although I want to make sure to flip the map over before I blow the Blast Zone, because Blast Zone explicitly doesn't kill land, so Treasure Map will not die if we flip it. We're going to scry during our upkeep because we'd love to draw a land for the turn. This gives us a chance to find a land. Perfect. And then Fountain of Renewal is like a really roundabout way of effectively killing this Sanitarium skeleton here, because like it hits for 1 every turn, but we gain 1 every turn, so they kind of just like are a wash. Balance each other out in a roundabout way. Yep. I like the green-white bow deck. I don't know if it's good, but it's doing a lot of things I like to do in standard. Nightpack Ambusher, and Toolsmere are like a match made in heaven. So I hope there ends up being something sweet with both of those cards in it. Look at that. We can start making headway here with our second Fountain of Renewal. Slow ride. Take it easy. Boo-doo-doo-doo. There's our bombardment to take out some lands here. We could permanently kill this thing by making sure they don't have any lands to bring it back. Just get him. I'm gonna go ahead and shock the old Reaper here. Don't fear the Reaper, chat. Don't do it. Don't fear the Reaper. Feels good to do the thing. That's all I want to do in life. Just do the thing I was intended to do. Dunk. Spawn of Mayhem. Yikes. That thing hits for 5 a turn, basically, because it attacks for 4 and then hits for 1. Deafening Clarion or Cleansing Nova would be good draws here. Deafening Clarion would team up with our Shock to kill this. Ooh, that's exciting. So there's a piece of soft removal for the Spawn of Mayhem, which is great. Fountain of Renewal keeps up with the trigger, and then Thaumatic Compass will make sure this doesn't hit us. We don't have a 7th land yet, but we'll get to find one here in a second. Did I play a land for the turn? Yeah, adding the fountains back in was a good idea. I did? Okay. Couldn't remember. Maybe we can kill them with their own spawn triggers, chat. Just the sweetest of release. Ooh, bye, Felicia. I would prefer to actually start gaining life. I know it would be cute to kill them with the spawn triggers, but we could also just work on extinguishing their will to live. Their will to continue on. Must you continue? Sorry about that. Back to hope crushing defeat. We were talking about open deck lists in like the tournament I played the other day, and like a deck like this is so much better in an open deck list environment when you get to mulligan game 1, knowing what you're playing against. Why do you believe we are winning? Opponent is at 17. We are only at 13. We have way more hope than they do. What if open deck list and you got to sideboard before the match? That would make certain archetypes much worse. Especially in Modern. Maybe that's what Modern needs. It's just like open deck list, you get to board for game 1. We are losing by most relevant metrics. Except I have more lands in play, which is the metric we really care about. We need to get these Fountain of Renewals to work, so that way we win when the game goes to sudden death. What should I crank this Blast Zone to? Probably 3 at least. Our opponent's a real trooper. Just like trucking on through this. No spells here. They must have just been holding lands and just like weren't playing more out until I started blowing some of their lands up. I'm a big fan of just let Modern be a dumpster fire. I'm super excited to see how many teams bring the Neoform deck to the Pro Tour. That's super exciting for me to think about. Just really embrace the dumpster fire. I'm gonna get a basic with this now before it flips over. That's a good question. Magic's my full-time job, and I couldn't tell you when the next Mythic Championship is. Does anybody know? I think it's this month, right? Is it this month? I think it's this month. Does anybody know? Oh no! They have so many zombies they can make with that. I put this to 3. Oh no, am I gonna have to crack these looking for an answer? Whew. Goodbye, friends. What is the Neoform deck? There is a Neoform combo deck that can win the game on the first turn in Modern. Your friends will know, your dog will know, yeah. It's impressive how much hype and excitement we went from, like, when they made that announcement in December to just, like, the disorganized disaster things have been since then. What's the combo? It puts the card Gristlebrand into play, and then it draws its deck, and then it puts Laboratory Maniac into play, which is an effect similar to Jace. I almost accidentally opened Artifacts and I've had to open Underlords. Yeah, I uninstalled that one. Those are pretty decent draws. I'm not going to play the other Bombardment out yet because I want them to play more lands. One of the sweet things about Bombardments is they stack, so when you play the second one out here and put 4 more counters on things, they both trigger at end step because they both see the same counters on things, which is great. You've got a Death Baron, enjoy. Yeah, I mean, Valve is, like, made of money, right? So, like, them leaving a game server up for a dead game, like, isn't a big deal. This is good. I'm glad we got to have at least one completely crushing defeat in this set. It didn't feel like we had really played land destruction yet today until we had a game where it was, like, turn 40 and my opponent had no board. Excellent. At some point, we'll draw a card that wins the game, but until then, no rush. Is it as consistent as Bridgevine? Well, Bridgevine never won on the first turn. So like yay, Memorial to War. So like this deck literally like your turn 1 on the play, you kill them, they never draw a card or play a card. I boarded out my Crucibles because they're an aggro deck. So unfortunately we can't full lock them, which is sad. How consistently can it do that? I don't know anybody that's run numbers that I would trust to tell you numbers from. So any numbers I gave you, I'd be making it up. Force of Negation hoses Neoform though. Nobody's registering for Force of Negation. Nobody's doing that. That's not a thing. Maybe they should. That's not how Modern works. Even if a bunch of people show up playing Neoform, there's going to be a bunch of other people who show up playing decks that Force of Negation is awful against. Yeah, Nexus is great. Nexus is one of the powerful, miserable things in this format. Nexus, Esper, Teferi, Esper, red deck, you know, those are the pillars. What was our percentage at one point today? I feel like we're down to like 91%. We're up to 95 already. Look at us. Look at us. This deck's so good, chat. I ought to double disfigure my golem. That golem had a family opponent. You just disfigured him. You some kind of monster. What did my poor little golem ever do to you? Spell Pierce looks good against Neoform. How do you cast Spell Pierce if you don't have a land in play? You better play Spell Pierce, but you also better be good at winning die rolls. That's all I'm saying. If they play a third land, I'll play a Bombardment and kill 2 of them. Oh, they don't want to play Magic anymore, chat. Oh, right. That was only game 2. That was only game 2. We have a third game on the draw. It was so long. I forgot it was only game 2. Oh, Magic's great. I love this game. It's wonderful. Yeah, like this is a deck where, much like the Citadel deck we had played the other day, the amount of like clock time you spend winning is really high. So like even when you're losing matches with this deck, emotionally speaking, the deck feels very good because you have spent a lot of time winning as opposed to losing. The bottom Haphazard Bombardment. This hand doesn't have anything like if they have a fast start, we could get run over, but we're on the draw. I've got a map to start scrying. Hopefully we'll find a Clarion or a Shock or a Lava Coil or something like that. Good Friday afternoon, Prater. TGIF. Shank goodness, it's Friday. Sweet, that's not the Clarion I wanted, but it'll play next turn, or 2 turns from now. Clean these Dorkos up. Yeah, so the Nexus build that Brad played yesterday in the tournament was a more mid-range configuration that was playing an elemental sub-theme. So it was actually playing a lot of new cards, as opposed to the Esper hero deck that won the fandom tournament that had just had temples in it as far as new cards go. Play another 1-drop. Rats. Ooh. I think I'm supposed to Blast Zone. Blast Zone takes 3 to activate. Oh, I'm gonna lose my Fountain of Renewal. That's sad. Maybe I should have waited to play that out. It only gained me a couple life. Yeah, I probably should have waited to play that out. So, next turn I get to flip this treasure map and then play a 5-drop. Or Chandra Awaken Inferno, you know. Whatever we want. Dealer's choice. How does Ley Line of Punishment impact Neobrand? Wouldn't mind drawing a land that doesn't hurt me here. What's more important, 2 life or a treasure? I'm gonna say a treasure is more important. Their deck likely doesn't have any reach in it. Oh, it says they can't gain life. It's a good one. Watch them play like 2 lands and then cast the Black Lightning Helix that's a common in M20. It's like punish us for going to 3. Getting a little sweaty over there. Is it a sweaty game? Sweaty, sweaty game. This game was a little bit less short than the last one. We are the 96%. Should we move on to the next deck or should we play one more? I kind of feel like I want to kill lands one more time. Let's kill lands one more time and then we'll play some Sultai Tempo. A big fan of this one. This archetype is just good times, really. Sure. Hopefully they're playing a deck where this card has text. Otherwise, this will be a little awkward. Would Baby Tap be better or worse to play against with static abilities? I don't know. Thoughts like that are just like kind of useless thought experiments in my opinion. There are infinite small knobs they could have twisted to make Teferi less miserable. And they didn't turn any of them. They elected to print him as he is. Oh no. Please play a dual land. Please play a dual land. I was counting on this to get me my other color, chat. This can't destroy basics, though. Alright, basic forest. Basic mountain, basic plains, please. Yikes. Maybe they'll flip the Legion's Landing. We did it! Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. You got a friend in me. Yeah, we could have prevented the Legion landing flipping, but I really needed the mana fixing. This matchup's probably not terrible for us. He says as he has 2 Deafening Clarions in his hand. So we're gonna go ahead and shock this because it's protecting something so we don't take 2 this turn. This'll die. We'll play Clarion next turn. Clean the old board up. If we curve out our land drops here, we're gonna be in a real good spot. Play another 1-drop that's not a bodyguard. Our hand is literally 5 sweepers right now. It's like, don't mind me. That's not the land I wanted for Christmas. Think. Bink. What's their best possible play here? Gideon? Play 3 creatures that die to Clarion. Close. Almost. That's 2 creatures that died to Clarion. That's fine. I'll take my 2 for 1 and deny them flipping this. Yeah. Well, I have a Blast Zone to deal with, but yeah, Elefante would not have been great. Would not have been a good scene for our hero. Ooh. Nah, I don't want to take a hit. If I let them flip this, they could potentially hit, if they flip this, they hit, City's Blessing with all these things, right? So, like, I could play this and play the field this turn and then, like, start fielding every turn, but I think I want to keep them off of turning these Snubhorns on. That's a big one. Yep, really, really glad we didn't get greedy. Really glad we didn't get greedy. Good news. Bad news, they've got 5 power. Good news is we're going to hit our land drops for the rest of the game. But another one? Vomit. Actually, we're not going to hit our land drops because they have a bunch of basic lands. We're dead, chat. We're dead. We're dead. I was wrong. I made a terrible mistake. Oh, no. Remember that time our hand was 5 sweepers and we lost the mono white deck? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, I could sack Blast Zone, but they still have 9 power in play, chat. They still have 9 power in play. Come on now. Bombardment is just not good against an aggro deck, chat. As much as it pains me to say. You can't Field of Ruin yourself. It's not a legal play. I would love to play first. Well, again. Yeah, this is fine, right? We'll keep this. We'll ship a Memorial to War. Not amazing, but fine. We're hoping for an untapped land on 3, so we can curve Compass into starting to activate Compass. So this is currently a tapped land. Yeah, but 2 of our best 5s here, which is good. How's this deck going so far? We've played some fun games of Magic. We've won a couple matches, lost a couple matches. Been a good mix of things. You can't Assassin's Trophy yourself. That is also not a legal play. Yeah, Ghost Quarter targets any land. Alright, I mean, like, as far as, like, non-land draws go, Clarion's probably towards the top. That is until they, like, slam this elephant next turn. Did you make a straight red-white, mid-range, or control, and maybe cut the land destruction stuff? Yeah, possibly. The issue is you're probably just dead to rights to... whatever it's called. The, what's that evil deck called? Nexus of Fate? Probably never beating Nexus in a million years. Clarion, my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I will say, I feel like there could, if you wanted to play a red-white mid-range shell, the fact that the white Cavalier gets back History of Benalia feels like something that's worth exploring. You'd also just play a lot of creatures that don't die to your own Clarions. But again, in general, mid-range just kind of has a hard time in this format because of the mass manipulations of the world. Maybe you just play a red-white mid-range deck that still plays, like you cut like the Haphazard Bombardment package, but like you still play the Deal 20s, whatever that card's called. I'm really bad at the names of cards today. I don't know why. I swear I've played Magic before. Yeah, if you still play Star of Extinction, you can potentially be fine. Because that Star of Extinction is like that big catch-up mechanic that like recovers you from things like mass manipulation. That's rude. Now, the City's Blessing is fine. I want to play this Cleansing Nova anyways. Because I want to play the Nova before I stick to Lyra, right? It's like, we'll play Lyra, they'll concede, it'll be a good time. My number one piece of advice for new tournament Magic players is that you can't over-communicate in Magic. 90% of the judge issues that happen during tournament Magic gameplay are because players did not communicate clearly enough with each other. Why not destroy enchantments with that Nova? Why would I want to do that? Yeah, don't be afraid to call a judge. Judges are friends, not food. Wait, wrong message. That's also true, though. Yeah, White Cavalier in general feels powerful. This is a card that, when we get to the green-white bow deck later today, this is a card the green-white bow deck plays that I've been pretty happy with. Yeah, that's my go-to line. The only people that don't want you to call a judge are cheaters and idiots, and you shouldn't be afraid to offend either of those types of people. Judges are there to help. Thaumatic is our natural predator, chat. JK, LOL. Bye, friends. Cast Boros Charm. Nope, just let it die. This card's so sweet. I think if it doesn't happen before rotation, I bet post-rotation most of these Cavaliers find a home. They're pretty reasonable Magic cards overall. They kill Planeswalkers too, which is awesome. And the fact that like this one's bigger than the 3/3 it makes is like a pretty good deal. Yep. This hand's a little shocking. What was that animation? What was that animation? Can someone clip that? Can someone go back and clip that? That's a unique bug. They not have a 2-mana play? They must have a Gideon, right? Yeah, Gideon makes a lot of sense here.
Weaken every
It's a card that's incredibly powerful against us, and like one when they have it in their opener, it's like worth keeping a mediocre hand because it's just that good. Favorite Cavalier so far? I really like the white one. The green one's the one that's found the most success in the format so far easily, but I'm a fan of what the white one is doing. A little shocking. What? Thank you for the clips. I appreciate it.
will cleave the darkness.
I think we're shipping that. Why do I need to shock the Gideon? What makes shocking the Gideon correct? I'm gonna cast Cavalier and kill their Gideon with the Cavalier trigger.
Share my light.
Do I want to scry? Yeah, I think so. Four, five, six. This could be, I could have this active next turn potentially. If there's a land underneath that. Am I dead if... Alright, so if we get an untapped land next turn, we get to go Lyra, Compass, flip Compass, and be in a pretty good spot. If they have a removal spell here, we're in a bit of trouble. Yikes. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. I guess tapped land works too, right? I just lose a treasure. That's fine. That's good. That's good enough. I'm gonna call that one good enough. Alright, we are dead to removal spell here though still, right? Because if they kill this, I go block, maze, take 8. If they don't have a removal spell, we are en route to stabilization. But Conclave Tribunal is gonna do us in here for sure. Yep. 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 Alright, so we get 2 draws next turn. We get a draw step plus a treasure draw. Would attacking there be profitable? I don't think so. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't have Star of Extinction in my deck. I have Cleansing Nova though. I have two Novas. I boarded out my stars because they tend to be a little bit slow here. Oh, Star isn't castable. Wow. Wow, Stars is yeah, well, I'm really glad we boarded Star out now, huh? No, this is any lands. Lands on the battlefield can't be targeted spells or abilities your opponents control. Hey, thinking about attacking? Attacking here seems rancid. They'd lose both of these for the sake of dealing very little damage when I'm dead on board. Yeah, it's a Nissa hate card. This stops people from plussing Nissa on their own lands. They're so very well protected, chat. I'm dead, right? I go block, block. First strike happens. I maze 1. I take 4, 8, 11. Yeah. Yeah, that's the game. Does killing bodyguards save us? I don't think so. This kills bodyguard. And I think we're still dead, right? If I attack with the Cavalier, it trades and I gain 4 more. If I gained 4 more here, would it have been good enough? Maybe. Yeah, it would have been, right? Oh, yeah, we wouldn't. It blocked with the Indestructible Marshal. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. That was a close game for sure. Because the Marshal was indestructible from the bodyguard sacrificing. So the attack's not good there. Yeah, so I don't gain 4 or trade because they had an indestructible card. So that didn't matter. That was kind of fun. Like I said, a lot of times when I'm playing new decks like this, I usually look for takeaways of like the new cards and how they felt. Chandra Awakened Inferno just really does not seem very good the more I play with it in this format. Like, it feels like this was kind of a Nexus of Fate hate card, but the Nexus decks have adapted to be able to kill you more readily once they start taking turns between all their various creatures and stuff like that. So her emblem doesn't seem very good there. Maybe she's good against Esper Hero. I could see her sweeper cleaning up after Hero and then her emblem killing them as the game goes long being okay. But outside of that matchup, I'm not really sure why if this is good enough. The Cavalier of Dawn has been pretty impressive for me. Whether it's creating a token to give us 7 power in 5 mana, or it's killing a problem card and then being able to stonewall the golem that you give them. I felt like Cavalier is a card that continues to impress me. All the Cavaliers seem like they're very, very reasonable the more I play them. There wasn't anything in my graveyard for Cavalier to get back. So, for people that are wondering why, I see people talking in chat. So the reason why the Cavalier attack with lifelink didn't matter is because they block with their indestructible thing. I still gain 4 and go to 9. But gaining 4 there is the same as if I blocked a 4 power thing the following turn. So I end up in the exact same place because I'm not killing their creature. So gaining 4 and losing my Cavalier when they block with their indestructible creature is the same as the Cavalier blocking and not dying the following turn inside of combat. Hey, Ginny and Do, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. I appreciate that. Thanks for supporting my content this month with Prime and keeping me employed here. Yeah, it has Vigilance, but it would die. It would die to their indestructible creature because it had 3 damage marked on it. Yeah, the Cavalier attack would have given my opponent a chance to mess up. Because they could have not blocked, or they could have blocked with not the indestructible creature. But if they take the proper line and block with the indestructible creature, yeah. So if you do it again, you should technically make the attack to give them a chance to mess up. But if they understand how magic works, that ends up the exact